the second part of Aconite. Now, before I go ahead with Aconite, what is the key? Yes, very good. Suddenness. I am happy the answer also came sudden. Good, suddenness, and it's an acute remedy. And one of the important character of an acute remedy is, things happen suddenly. Sudden onset. Good. Other than sudden onset. Tension, yeah. So anxiety, tension, fear. Music makes us sad. Very good, good. Very sensitive. Good, okay.
Feeling for others.
Yeah, we use one word, helping. Or anxiety for others. We use the word sympathetic. Beautiful, good. Happy. Anxiety when he is in crowd. Aggravated very cold weather. Good. Exposure to very cold weather. Good. Okay, good. Chalo, they are having a lot of fear, anxiety. Yeah. See, there are some issues with time. We will come to that point. Predicts time of death. Okay. Good. Desire to be above. Okay. Chalo. There are a lot of symptoms. And mainly the focus was on mind. And I also given you the ailments from and the sphere of action. Okay. Any quick questions? Anything you would like to ask? Anything you would like to add? Having studied some good books after the class, if at all you have anything to add? Yeah, it's a very good remedy for acute inflammation. Yes, I'll be talking of that particular point. See now, next 40 minutes, we will be focusing on two very important areas. One, characteristic symptoms, and second, we will be looking at the particular symptoms. Symptoms pertaining to the physical body. So these two things we will be focusing. Okay. Now, when you talk of characteristic symptom, now many authors, old authors, they compare Aconite symptoms to a storm. Now, what makes the author compare Aconite symptoms to a storm?
Very powerful and sudden.
Yes, storm is something that comes sudden. Fine. And it is also something which is very violent. Beautiful, good. So, the author comparing Aconite to storm is justifiable because you also see the symptoms in Aconite which comes very sudden. The onset of symptom is very sudden. Okay? Fine. Now, how do you apply this in practice? How do you apply this in practice? Meaning, how will the patient present to you?
Sudden onset.
Sir, 10 minutes back I had ice cream. What is it? 10 minutes back I had ice cream. And you see now, I have started with running nose. Okay? Meaning, 10 minutes he was absolutely, before 10 minutes he was absolutely fine. What happened before 10 minutes? He ate an ice cream. And see, that is what we say, which is very sudden. Or he gets exposed to cold, dry weather and immediately he starts with cold, sneezing, coryza. So this is what I mean when I say sudden. Okay? So sudden onset and the onset is violent. Very important, very important. Okay? Now exactly opposite is what we call it as, what do we say when here I call it sudden? Exact opposite is beautiful, good, gradual. Or you can also use the word slow. Okay. Now, can you give me some example for slow onset? Can we have the same example of ice cream? Sir, I ate ice cream 3 days back. Okay. What happened? Sir, 3 days back I had ice cream. And since then, slowly it has started. Slowly the symptoms are setting. So this is what we call it as gradual onset. Okay? 3 दिन पहले आइसक्रीम खाया था, आज symptoms आ रहे आपको. In that case, can we give Aconite? No. No, the word no should be louder. No. No, don't blindly say no. Understand. So what I want you to understand here is, see, homeopathy is mathematics. Many of us fail in homeopathy is because not that we are poor in maths. No, don't conclude like that, because we don't understand the concepts properly. Okay? Then, so what you need to understand here is, In Aconite, the symptoms will be sudden. In Aconite, the symptoms will be violent. Slowly we will understand. Second very important, must be Karthik was talking of this. So what he was trying to tell us is, it's a very good remedy for inflammation. As a pathology student, you all know what inflammation is. Okay? Now there is something, inflammation which is acute and inflammation which is chronic. Okay? And inflammation again has its own stages. Now Aconite is a remedy which is limited only for first stage. Only for first stage of inflammation. In the initial stage, you can think of Aconite. In chronic inflammation, Aconite has no role. Okay? Now third very important thing is, Aconite is a look at the picture. Is a hemorrhagic remedy. Is a hemorrhagic remedy. You see a lot of bleeding in Aconite. You see a lot of bleeding in Aconite. Slowly when we understand particulars, we'll conclude where exactly you see bleeding in Aconite. So Aconite has bleeding diathesis, it's acute inflammation, symptoms which come suddenly and go suddenly. Okay? And then again, yeah, this is brighted hemorrhages. See now, very important for you. What was important? What did I miss?
Bright.
Bright, very good. The word bright. There are remedies which can also have dark hemorrhages. Dark hemorrhages. Now what exactly dark means? Dark is more of, very good, venous, good. Dark is more of venous hemorrhage. And Aconite is more of arterial hemorrhages. You are getting my point? Arterial hemorrhages, bright red, we'll see where exactly you are bleeding in Aconite. And then again, I have tried to confuse you in a post-lunch session. I have brought in joint, but what is very important for you is pain. This is inflammation. Okay, not blood inflammation. So very good remedy for inflammation. One important component of inflammation is pain. What is it? Pala, lumbar, dollar, four things, no? Five. Loss of function. Very good. Chalo. So what is very important is, it's a very good remedy for pain. So when I say pain, what is the next question? As a homeopath, you need to understand. Very good. What type of pain? So Aconite mainly has pains which are intolerable, stinging, shooting, burning, bursting, pains associated with numbness. Pains associated with numbness. Okay. Quickly, can you recall any other remedies for pain? Very good. Arnica, Restox, good. Ruta, Apis, good. Agreed. How was it in Arnica? So, very good. Sore, bruised, acid, bitter. Sore, bruised, acid, bitter. And you also have Apis, stinging pains. Stinging pains is what that is very prominent in Apis mellifica. Okay, so tomorrow you need to remember the pains in Aconite will be more shooting and more of burning, bursting, and it's a great remedy for pain. Okay, so these are the characteristic symptoms. So can we quickly recall the characteristic symptoms? First was sudden. Very good. Sudden onset, very important. Second, first stage of inflammation, very important. See, if you understand these 5 characteristic symptoms, next 25 minutes of Aconite will be very easy. Okay, that's why I am repeating this. So first is the suddenness, second thing is first stage of inflammation, and third thing is hemorrhage, fourth type of pain, and fifth we also saw is pains associated with numbness. Okay, very good. Pains associated with numbness. Okay. So particulars, meaning from head to toe, where do you see Aconite acting? Where do you see Aconite acting? First thing, head, good. What do you expect on the head? Yeah. We will go in an order. What do we expect in underhead in Aconite? So, I told you it's a very good remedy for pain. So, what do you expect? Headache. Now, what is the character of headache in Aconite? Very good. First thing is, there will be a sudden outburst headache starts. Fine? All of a sudden. So this suddenness, tomorrow an Aconite patient will keep telling you, "Sir, sudden again, sir, push fine, all was fine. Suddenly I started getting headache. Suddenness, first. And second thing is the pain. Paisa like pain, headache, as if it is burning, stinging, intolerable pains. They cannot tolerate pain. Okay. So, underhead, you mainly have headache, okay, and headache mainly occiput and forehead. Now this is very important. Now what is this? What is this location? Location. You also had apis, which was told. And what did you have in apis? Very good, beautiful. I like that word, hydrocephalus. Why hydrocephalus? Because of its affinity for effusion, collection of fluids. So, hydrocephalus. You need to understand. See, now what boys generally have this confusion is, sir, Aconite also has head symptoms. Correct, no? Apis also has head symptoms. Arnica also has head symptoms. So this is where we get confused. It's a common complaint students have. But if you understand systematically, it's very easy. Now what is easy? In this particular remedy, you don't see hydrocephalus. Why you don't see hydrocephalus? Hydrocephalus is a very chronic thing. If you understand the process, hydrocephalus will not happen suddenly. And luckily, if hydrocephalus happens suddenly, probably their Aconite will come up. Otherwise, Aconite has no role. Okay? So, occiput, forehead, and. We also use the word inflammation. Can somebody quickly think what is possible? Very good. Meningitis. Inflammation. Encephalitis. Meningitis, inflammation of the meninges, or the entire brain can go into inflammation. Encephalitis. So meningitis, encephalitis, severe headache of occiput, headache of the forehead. Okay? Headache of the forehead. And what is the cause for headache? Fear, and second very important thing is exposure to cold, dry air. So these are all the ailments, and this is the sensation, pulsating, heat, burning pains, and what is this? Yeah, I mean it's trying to come out, no? So what is that feeling? Yes, good. Bursting headache. It is trying to burst out. Bursting headaches, and headaches as if it's been tearing. Okay, tearing, bursting headaches, and headache aggravated at night. Okay. So this is with head. We'll again come back to head after some time. Now slowly start applying the characteristic symptoms, the ailments, and the sphere of action under eyes. What do you expect in eyes? Very good. What made you think of conjunctivitis? Inflammation. Good. So conjunctivitis which comes suddenly. Sudden conjunctivitis. Good. Now what happens when there is conjunctivitis? The conjunctiva looks red. Okay. There can be pain, there can be redness of conjunctiva. So conjunctivitis. Good, very good. And second thing you also see is, pain or after injuries, injury to eye, or inflammation of the eye after an injury. Okay, fine. Other remedies for injuries of eye? Better remedy? More than arnica? See, euphrasia eye complaints. And this is the tragedy. Whenever eye comes, for anything we think of euphrasia. Good. Chalo. Euphrasia, arnica. A better remedy for eye affections, injuries to eye is ledum. A better remedy is hypericum. Injury to nerves of the eye. Okay. So here inflammation of the eye after injury. Okay. And conjunctivitis from exposure to cold, dry wind, and feels dry. See, many times you have this sensation. What is that sensation? as if something is there in the eye. Okay, so that sand kind of a feeling. There again you can think of Aconite. So sensation of eyes feel dry, hot as if sand in the eye. And one last thing I want to mention under eye is photophobia. What is photophobia? Fear of light. So in Aconite they have fear of sunlight. Photophobia can also be for tube light. Is euphrasia done? No, okay. When euphrasia is done, you will realize euphrasia has photophobia for artificial lights. Any confusion? Euphrasia has photophobia for artificial light, and Aconite has photophobia for sunlight. Under this light, you might still sit comfortably, but when it goes out under sun, okay, you will have difficulty. Fine? Sunlight, they will have issues. So, should we recall? Is okay? Okay, okay. Should we recall? Head. What did we discuss on the head? Head mainly the focus was headache. And headache mainly in the correct now. Type of pain you realize it's mainly burning, bursting, tearing, stinging. Okay. And headache mainly aggravation. Very good. Aggravation right. Fine. Small topic. Then we immediately focused on the eye point. One word which runs common in Aconite is inflammation. Inflammation when? First stage. Sudden inflammation. So conjunctivitis, sir, 10 minutes back my eye was fine. Out of the blue, I don't know, suddenly the eye has become red. The eye has inflamed. Aconite. Okay? So inflammation, conjunctivitis, we also spoke of that sand-like sensation in the eye. Photophobia. Okay. See now, further things I feel you can start answering. What do you expect under ears? What do you expect under ears?
Pain.
Okay, otitis, very good. Good, otitis. So what will happen when there is otitis? Ear pain. Beautiful remedy for ear pain. If you read Kent's, Dr. Kent says, children cry with ear pain. Very bad pain, they are not able to tolerate pain, and you see children crying with pain. Aconite. A better remedy who cries with pain. A better remedy who cries with pain. And that cry is so irritating. Very good. I am happy you thought of chamomilla. The cry is so irritating. Somebody is crying somewhere. Fine. And you are not related to them. Okay, and you feel like, you start becoming, hyper, you start becoming angry. Kuch karo, uska muh band karo. Fine? That is more of chamomilla. Very irritating cry. And exactly opposite is what you have pulsatilla. I was talking of opposite. What do you mean when I say opposite? Somebody is crying, and you understand, somebody is crying, and again you are not related to him. Are related to her, but you feel so sad, and your wife will have all doubts. Somebody's child is crying, and why are you feeling pity? Okay, so that is more of pulsatilla. That is more of pulsatilla. The child's cry attracts sympathy. You are getting my point? See, this is why homeopathy is tough. This is why homeopathy is challenging. एक बच्चा कैसा रोता है, based on that we have remedies. Okay, you can take it on a positive note. You feel yes, I should know different types of cry, and I should identify which type of cry this child belongs to. And on the other note, you feel you itna sab seekhna hai kya? Fine, you feel it's difficult, but trust me, it's a beautiful science. Just stick to it, and you'll enjoy it. Okay, so cry which makes you feel sad, which brings pity, is pulsatilla. The cry which is bringing anger in you. The wife might tell, मेरा पति बहुत नरम दिल का आदमी है. Nalandilka, meaning I mean very soft guy. But वो जो जब वो लड़की रोती है ना डॉक्टर साहब, इनमें इतना चिढ़ आता है. I mean so that is more of chamomila cry. Sina chamomila, nagging cry. That cry no, I don't know if we can bring some recording sometime and we can explore the different types of cry. But understand, nagging cry. And the feeling you get is you become so cruel inside and you feel like plugging their mouth. Kuch kar. Band kar bas. Okay, so that's more of chamomila. Aconite also has that kind of a cry, an irritating cry. You can make out from the child's cry. See, the child is crying because the child is suffering. But how each child expresses their pain crying is homeopathy. Okay? So, crying, inflammation, somebody beautifully told acute otitis. Otitis media, beautiful, good. For a second year student, it's a very good answer. Acute otitis media, chamomila, sina, aconite, kepa, pulsatilla, lot of remedies. Okay? So, crying, this, what is this? Focus to the ears part, something you have missed. Very good. What is it? They are sensitive to noise. Okay? Your friend said, music causes sadness. So sensitive to noise. Sensitive to noise. Okay? So, what do you expect under nose? Nose. Again, keep the inflammation, keep the mucous membrane in mind. Mucous membrane of the nose, you say aconite acting and it is causing inflammation. So there can be rhinitis, there can be cold, there can be sneezing, and the cause for cold and sneezing will be exposure to dry cold weather. Okay. So must we have the same things here? Yeah. One thing we missed is why hemorrhage? Why epistaxis? Because aconite has hemorrhagic tendency. So you see bleeding mainly coming from nose. Okay. See, keep thinking what else can come up. Sneezing, sudden sneezing. Okay. So the next thing is face. What do you expect? What could be the possibility in aconite when you look at face? Think, all of you. Okay, see, that's all mind. Okay, if you want to, okay, I'll help you out. If you are talking about expression, aconite will have anxious expression. Okay, always anxious. Done. Good, I appreciate it. The expression is anxious. Good. The expression is fearful. Beautiful. Good. Anything beyond. Okay, good. Redness. Think. Go back to the sphere of action. Where else you saw aconite acting? Nervous system. Okay, good, very good. Sorry. So, nervous system. Good, correct. Can somebody take the clue your friend has given? Very good, neuralgia. Okay. This is little misguiding because I have plugged my ears. One thing I can't hear and I am confused from where this sound is coming. Good. See, neuralgia. Acting on nerves, aconite causes neuralgia. Okay. Facial neuralgia. Exposure to dry, cold weather brings in facial neuralgia. And there is something called as Bell's palsy. You have seen? It goes to side. Bell's palsy. So facial palsy, Bell's palsy, this is what I want. One side. Yeah, one side. Okay. Bell's palsy, facial palsy, and pain. Is a remedy for pain. No. So also try and see where exactly are the possibilities of pain. So you also have toothache. Okay. Any better remedies, for toothache? Toothache. See, neuralgia, you also had alemsipar. Toothache. Okay, better remedy. Even earache you had in alemsipar. Better remedy for toothache. I don't know, brainness, Okay, brainia. Okay, chamomila. Fine. See, now one word I want to try to tell you. Toothache in healthy tooth. I'll just repeat. Toothache in healthy tooth. Meaning there is no pathology. So what happens when there is pathology? It is a chronic thing. So Aconite toothache is sudden and in the healthy tooth. There will be no caries, no dental caries, nothing like that. So Dr. Fatak in his Materia Medica writes, toothache, healthy tooth. Remember this. They go to the dentist, दांत में कुछ problem है, दांत is perfect, फिर भी दर्द है. So what is your interpretation? Toothache in healthy tooth. Aconite. Are you with me? You are following? Okay, good. So next. Throat. Can you think of something? Very good, beautiful. I like it. Sore throat. Yes. Anything beyond that? Laryngitis. You have missed something very simple. I use the word inflammation. Correct now? So acute inflammation, tonsillitis. So naturally when they have tonsillitis, they have difficulty in swallowing. Okay. See, don't be busy in writing. Unless you apply, try to understand the essence. How do I apply? That is important. I see many of you, I don't know what you are writing. Hope you are writing material. Or you have any other records to complete and I don't know. But what I insist is, please understand the essence. Fine? Okay? See, once you understand the essence, it will be there. It will be there. Okay? So what you need to understand here is, tonsils, normal tonsils, inflamed tonsils. Throat pain, okay? And inflamed tonsils. Now, stomach. Now if you just realize, we are quickly running through the system, head to toe. We started with head, then we spoke of eyes, then we spoke of ears, nose, face, mouth, throat and jaw, stomach. Okay, stomach. Now what do you expect from the stomach? Huh? Very good. Gastritis, good. Possible gastritis. Okay, vomiting. I mean, can you see ulcers in Aconite? Think. What is ulcer? I mean, as a second year student, you see that there is discontinuity in the mucous membrane and surface. Fine? So, it's more of a deeper thing. And Aconite is more superficial. Very good. Aconite is more superficial. So, tomorrow somebody comes to you with ulcer. Unless you have some strong symptoms of Aconite, generally, I don't think of Aconite because it is a very serious issue. It's a very, structural issue. Aconite is very functional. Your friend, I liked it, his action. Sir, it is very superficial. Okay, it is superficial. Aconite is superficial. You can't expect Aconite to cause deep pathologies. When Aconite cannot cause deep pathologies, how can Aconite cure deep pathologies? Okay, unless something, I told you mind, he is very anxious and he says, sabko bula, main mar jaunga, predicts the time, something very striking, then you can still prescribe Aconite. Okay, but per se, for gastric ulcer or any deep pathology, I mean, at least I don't know about others, I don't have experience of using Aconite in deeper pathologies. Okay, so gastritis, see now gastritis, gastric complaints which comes from drinking cold water when they get overheated. I repeat the statement. What is the statement? When they get overheated. See, commonly when as kids in summer, what we do is 9 to 4, 9 to 5, 9 to 6. Mom comes, dad comes, they call my dad 5 minutes, 5 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago. Something we tell and we start playing under sun. The moment we go home, during our days we are not privileged to have refrigerators. We used to have matkas at home. And you are sweating so much, you are playing under sun, what immediately we would come? You wash hands or not, mother will be scolding there, but we drink cold water. And that feeling is beautiful. Because you are thirsty, and that's when you realize how tasty water is, how nourishing water is. And you drink cold water, and then assume you land up with a gastric complaint. Okay, one remedy is Aconite. Clear? So what is the phrase, what is the sentence you need to understand? Drinking cold water when getting overheated and landing up with gastric issues. You have better remedies. Okay? You also have bryonia, a secondary remedy. This condition, no, this condition. Okay? Cold water, hot weather, gastritis. And then generally, apis, was it a thirsty remedy or a thirstless remedy? Thirstless. Thirstless. Except intermittent fever. Good. Aconite is a thirsty remedy. Thirst for large quantities of water at large intervals. Thirst for large quantities of water at large intervals. Aconite. Okay. So gastritis from drinking cold water when getting overheated. Diarrhea. Diarrhea. Okay. Diarrhea, grass green, slimy. See this. What is this? Pure blood. Where else you saw blood? Nose. Epistaxis. You also have blood in aconite. You know, like for example, they can pass blood stool. Okay. Fine. Jaundice. In kids, newborn babies, you can think of aconite. What is this? Taken from Google images. Okay, very good. Good, no issues. Hydrocele. But I don't see any swelling in the scrotum. No issues. Good. I'm happy you thought of hydrocele. Good. See here, basically, what has happened is there is retention of urine. What is this? There is retention of urine in newborn. Any quick inputs why the baby has retention? Just think, use your common sense. The newborn, I hope you understand. Huh? Okay, good, very good. You are thinking of sphincter. Simple. Don't complicate. Simple. Very good. Over there. Okay. Baby says fear. You all agree? The baby is happy inside the womb. Okay? And it comes out. And then it says, I mean, it's only our assumption. And then the baby goes into a fright mode. Main kahan hoon? Fine, kind of a thing, and it goes into fright mode, and then the urine, fine, is held, meaning it is not getting passed out. The urine gets retained. Retention of urine in newborns out of fright. Single remedy. Never forget. Aconite. So generally, what in allopathy, what do they do is, must be, you will be posted to OBG postings next year. What they do is they use a small catheter. Okay. And they insert the catheter. Okay. They give some time, sometimes some warm or fermentation is done. In case if he or she is not passing catheter, they put a small catheter and they drain out the urine. Okay. And if you have that privilege of treating such young newborn kids, probably a dose of aconite and you'll be shocked. A fountain after a dose of aconite. It's not an exaggeration. That's how things happen. Okay? Yeah, we'll come back. I know you all gone to that labor ward where you have imagined giving. And many of you would have also urine splashing on you. Because, no. Why did I tell you it's not an exaggeration? Okay, very good, beautiful. Sudden. And remember, when you're giving aconite, you should be prepared. As a homeopath, buzz, lagega, mere ko lagega. That's the kind of confidence you need to have in your system. Confidence comes with, you see this happening, आपने दो aconite दिया और fountain आ गया, then it's a big thing. Otherwise, poor guy, he'll have to be going through so much of pain. As such, it is full distended. Then you are putting a tube, yes, very small one, and then the urine comes out. So retention of urine in newborn. Now this is again an area I personally feel you can comment. What can happen in aconite? Female. Okay, think and answer. I'll give you 30 seconds. Because 30 seconds done, time up. Okay, chalo. What can you expect? Huh? See, somebody is telling prolapse. What is it? Can prolapse happen in Aconite? Possible. So sudden fear, sudden prolapse, possible. One of your friends is telling abortion. You all agree with this? Agree with this? Don't look at who has answered and then tell yes sir, I agree. Don't do that. Think, use your common sense. She's done a good job. She came up with a beautiful input. She says abortion. Can somebody tell me why and when you have abortion in Aconite? So the lady is carrying, her pregnancy is confirmed. Okay. She goes through a frightful situation. Or she gets a sudden shock. Fine, father is in ICU, husband is here, whoever. Something that can bring on fight. Mother-in-law is in hospital, chill. Do you think she will go into shock? Fine, that way. Elements of joy. No. I mean, I'm just giving a situation. समझ लेना है आप लोगों को. Okay, चलो लेकिन reaction है. So I was really worried. So what I was trying to tell is, whom you are close, and where that shock kind of a thing can come up, meaning like, yeah, you're very close to your mother-in-law, she's like my mom, whatever, and then वो बीमार है, hospital में भर्ती हो गया, you go into a shock, or you see something, fear, fright. So what is happening in Aconite? What is happening? There can be bleeding per vagina. Abortion, we have different types. Now this is what we call it as threatened abortion. Abortion हो गया, तो आप Aconite दिया, क्या फायदा? Here there is something called as threatened abortion. तो gynecologist क्या बोलेंगे इधर? आपको bed rest लेना है, लेट जाओ बेड पे, fine, okay? So this is what we call it as threatened abortion, meaning there is a threat that this lady can go into, or this lady can abort the fetus. There Aconite can do wonders. So abortion, okay, threatened abortion, which comes out of fear, which comes out of fright, which comes out of shock, you can think of Aconite. One more beautiful symptom, good abortions, right? One more beautiful symptom you can think of in Aconite. Okay, we were talking of abortion. Amenorrhea. What is this? Absence of menses. Fine. The girl has been very regular. Assume today is 23rd. So tomorrow is her date, 24th. 23rd evening something happens. She goes into a shock and next day she will not get her menses. But sir, kabhi aisa nahi hua. Every month I have been very regular with my menses. मैं डर गई थी, कुछ शॉक हुआ, कुछ ये हुआ, and then her menses gets stopped. Okay, or there is absence of menses. A dose of Aconite can bring back the menses. It looks so easy, no? I mean, ab diya, wo aa gaya, but that's how easy it is with homeopathy. Many infertility cases, this happens so easily, and we have got tough infertility cases, I don't deny. But many cases we can do wonders. Okay. So abortion, and second thing is amenorrhea. Any other remedy for amenorrhea? Amenorrhea. See, Macphos has what?
Painful pain.
Dysmenorrhea. Very good. Dysmenorrhea. Amenorrhea. One more remedy. Okay, good pulsatilla. I got nothing against pulsatilla. At least two remedies we can talk of. Okay, see, what is not done you are telling. Good, I am happy. It's a good trend. But I am also feeling afraid. क्या पढ़ाया तू बच्चों को? Meaning, what remedies I have done you are not answering. I feel having this doubt. Did I teach properly? When you say yes, you should answer amenorrhea, which is the other remedy. I know if I tell you the cost for amenorrhea, you will all jump with the answer. We spoke of a remedy recently, PCOD. One of the remedies for PCOD is herpes. And one of the symptoms of PCOD is amenorrhea. That's simple. Don't complicate. Amenorrhea. Fine. Then herpes mellifica. You can also think of Aconite, okay? So we'll move ahead, and very important is lungs. Lungs. 10 more minutes? Okay. Very important will be lungs. Now lungs, what do you have? You can have cough, you can have cold, or inflammation. Bronchitis, lower down, lungs, inflammation, pneumonia, early stages of pneumonia. Okay, so cough, heart. We realized when I did spare fraction, beautiful remedy acting on the heart. So what do you expect here? See here again, if you see palpitations with anxiety and fear of death, restlessness. One simple thing as a second year student you need to understand is you don't see any pathology, meaning valvular disease, hypertrophy, fine? Okay, those kind of things you don't see in Aconite. What do you see? Superficial, functional things. What is that functional thing? Dar gaya or dil ka dharkan zyada ho raha hai. Palpitations, anxiety, restlessness, right? Angina. Intense pain in left hand with numbness and tingling. Angina. When the heart, blood supply to the heart is reduced, fine? It can produce anginal pains. Pain starts in the cardiac region and it goes to the left hand. Typical anginal pains. So in angina, you can think of Aconite. Then, okay? So, last area, commonly used in clinics and commonly asked questions for a second year student in his exams is fever. Describe fever of Aconite 5 marks. Okay? Now very important, we'll have some headings. What are the headings? First thing is what causes fever? What is very good? Good. Fear, shock, exposure to dry cold weather, tension, anxiety, anticipation. These things can cause fever. Generally in Aconite you will have high fever. Okay? 99.65. No. Aconite has high fever. 100, 203 high fevers. And what is the onset? What do you mean by onset? Sudden. That's how he went to school. He was very happy when he went to school. 10:30 I get a call from school. आपका बेटे को high fever बुखार है, ले जाओ. Okay. Now what is this? This is what I say, sudden onset. Anytime you get the call like this, please don't prescribe Aconite. Just remember, the onset was sudden. What is more important in this case? No. In this child who goes to school and then 10:30 mother gets a call, your child has fever, pick her up. Yeah. What happened? I have one child, one very cute child. She develops fever. Same situation. She goes from home. She was very fine when she went home. And after half an hour, 45 minutes, mother, she gets a call, please pick your child, she's got high fever. So, as a CID officer, what is your interpretation here? You'll go back. You'll recreate the scene. Till what time you are fine? Till this time. So what happened then? See how sensitive this girl is. She was going to school, she got a little late, and her grandfather was very rude. Okay, I will not take the name. Grandfather was very rude and he told, come fast. We are late, you will miss your bus, this, blah, blah, and he told and they went fast. See the child. That's why I am trying to tell you, don't prescribe Aconite to that child. What went on in her mind? When I asked her, what happened? What happened? 1 hour. When you went to school, you were fine. Half an hour after you go to school, you get a call. You have fever. What happened this period? Uncle, my grandfather, he started behaving very rude and meaning it's not the right words that she told, but this was her interpretation. Meaning he told, see, what did the grandfather tell? Do you think you will get fever? My grandfather got told more worse things. Right? Did I get fever? No. I am and thick skin. Fine. But what happened to that young girl? She was so sensitive. Grandfather just telling, go fast, we are late, we'll miss the bus. That loud voice, she didn't like it. And how did she react? She threw a fever. Their Aconite will not work. Their cause, what happened to the child, what went into the emotions, that will become important. Okay? So in Aconite you have high fever. In Aconite there is a cause, the onset is sudden, and there is a chill stage. If you just see the image, you have a chill stage. And chills passes through him in waves. Okay, chills passes through him in waves. Chills alternates with heat. Chills alternates with heat. And it is passing like a wave. See, there are a lot of remedies you will be told in future. Gelsemium. Gelsemium will have chills running up and down the spine. That's why मेरे को धन लग रहा है. What is the next question you ask? कहाँ लग रहा है? And the patient will be shocked. मेरे को लग रहा है. आपको कहाँ लग रहा है? पूरा बदन? Then, or like for example, in Gelsemium you will have spine. I had this girl, see many times in practice, we have this 2.5-year-old infant brought to me with fever. 2.5 months, sorry, not old. 2.5 months, small baby, brought to me with fever. Now how do we take the case? Uncle, auntie, fine, how do we take the case? We have to take, and it's a challenge. And there, what we saw was, mother told a beautiful symptom. Sir, his mouth is very hot. How did the mother get to know his mouth is very hot?
Breastfeeding.
When he feeds, she feels the heat. Any other part it is hot? No. Only mouth. And then I touched palms, fingers, soles, they are all hot. And very, very, friendly child. You look at him, you don't feel he's got fever. Hi, hello, he is making eye contact. Right? And the mouth is warm. Okay, rest of the body is not that warm, but it's got 101 temperature. You get my point? So what did you understand in this case? There was heat which was distributed partially, meaning the entire body was not hot. Only few parts were hot. That is epicurus. Use power. And then you prescribe. Next day the husband calls and tells, sir, he is absolutely fine, no fever. He slept well. Remedy is sulfur. Okay? Palms, soles, lips, red lips, mouth hot, partial heat is the symptom you need to remember. Very beautifully improved with sulfur. So every remedy has its own pattern. Chills followed by heat, and naturally in heat there will be, you feel heat, you feel hot, and you feel like uncovering, burning heat in eyelids, nose, mouth, throat, lungs and palms, and they feel like uncovering. Chills heat, what is the next stage? We saw this in abyss. Very good, sweating, perspiration, intermittent fever. See in abyss, what had happened during chill stage? No, in abyss. Thirst. They felt like drinking water. Okay? So sweat drenching wants to uncover, sweat on covered parts. Sweat only on covered parts. Uncovered parts, there is no sweat. For example, assuming you don't cover your face, you don't cover your hands, there is no sweat. Sweating only on covered parts. Okay? Now, anything else you have in Aconite during fever? What else? Aconite patient, what else he does during fever? He is very anxious. He is very restless. Okay? Fine? Tossing around, anxious, and predicts the time of death. All these things are possible in Aconite. And increased thirst. Don't forget that. Increased thirst, dry, suffocative cough. I told you, can be a remedy for early stages of pneumonia. You can think of Aconite. Okay? And increased thirst and what is this? Anxious, restless face. So this is Aconite for you. So Aconite particulars. Remember the sphere of action. Remember the element. Head, eyes, ears, nose. Must be once the class is done, please close your eyes for 2 minutes and just recall whatever was told. Okay? If at all you have any difficulties, you can get back to me. So is Aconite clear? Okay? Exam, mind and fever. Viva and practice, anything can come. Okay? Chalo, thank you. Thanks.